Tribe, welcome back. It's me again, Mr. Hall, author, founder, artist, conscious systems architect, alien, medium, channel, a bit of the unexplainable and undeniable. None of that matters as reality is still catching up to define what and who or what I and why I am, right? I am because we are. This is just another space, a sacred space for me to give you confirmation on what you already know, give you some insight, perspective, and perception, okay? Also, if you are not regular to this channel, that's part of the introduction generally. If you're checking me out from Jeff's page, welcome. Appreciate you for coming. We can deep dive a bit more here into some of those things that I mentioned previously. So, if you don't know already, as soon as I begin the video, I begin to channel. And often I pick up a few things prior to beginning the video as well. I love to show everyone how it's all connected, right? We practice Omnism and Animism here, okay? So everyone is included, gender, identity, race, it all connects. The only guideline is that we let the energy flow, okay? No goods or evils. We practice non-duality here as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now, a few things that I picked up previously. Specifically, if you're coming over from Jeff's group, I'm picking up this energy of past concerns about passed on loved ones, okay? And also shifting perception around what we understand as life, death, this reality, this consciousness, okay? I'm picking up a collective energy that's happening globally within societies all over the world, okay, on macro and micro scales, all right, where we're getting a better understanding of what we truly are and how many different types of people, beings, entities, non-human intelligences really do exist within this realm on the physical 3D plane, okay? You may reference things like flat Earth, Earth as a globe, but I'm picking up the 3D plane. So 3D plane and messages from passed on loved ones, okay? That's something that's been coming up, and this is specifically focused towards Jeff's group. Don't worry, tribe, if you're new here, we'll get back to our standard messages and the way we channel. But for now, I'm being guided to focus on Jeff's group. So with this passed on loved one, I'm picking up the energy of their presence is very prevalent. You may have been seeing doves, you may have been seeing crows, you may have been seeing specific animals acting and or behaving strangely around you, okay? I generally use these oracle cards and tarot cards to assist in the divination and better understanding of what I'm picking up to articulate it clearly to you as well, okay? So I'm using the Masters of Light Wisdom Oracle, okay? So I'll give one message in relation to this. Okay, so as soon as I shuffle at the bottom of the deck, we have illumination, okay? The illuminated ones, all right? So something about healing hands, okay? Someone that passed on may have had healing touch, healing hands, and they are connecting to you through your throat chakra. So you may literally be hearing their voice. You may be hearing sounds that remind you of them. And then also they're helping you open your mind to the interconnectedness of everything, okay? And when I mention everything, everything that would be relevant within your world, your reality, okay? And pick the context, the perspective, and the perception of where it would apply, okay? And I'll digress a bit. If I have already lost you, none of this language is sounding familiar, this reading may not be for you, as this is a collective, global, worldwide reading, okay? But either way, do some research, come back, okay? And you may have better insight and space to grasp and hold what I'm mentioning and how to connect with it, okay? And also share it with someone that you believe the video may be for. If you know that they had recently lost someone, or someone went to the other side or beyond the veil, or maybe you've even had a near-death experience yourself, so welcome, okay? We have the community and it's growing steadily. It's been it's been a lot going on within the collective of within different spiritual circles, as well as within everyday life and society in general, right? A lot of changes to economic systems, the economics, all the pillars of society changing and going through an essential upgrade, okay? as we balance out these divine masculine and divine feminine energies. If you're unfamiliar with divine masculine and feminine energies, this is outside of gender. No gender in tarot or oracle. This is all energy, frequency, and vibration, okay? Nikola Tesla. But either way, and our energy bodies, our consciousness, our awareness, the understandings that we have collectively are being upgraded. And with this, we're getting some illumination, okay? So you may be, for the first time ever, getting into these types of energies, or getting a better understanding of yourself and the way that spirit, the divine, your higher self, okay? All of these aspects of spirituality and what we define as real, all the ways that reality talks to you, all the way that the divine talks to you. So definitely picking up on some contact. You may have this gift of speaking with the dead, mediumship. Many different spiritual circles call it different things, but either way, something very significant about that. But you redefining. So you may be finding out something, okay, that may be very significant. This can be happening now. It may be in front of your eyes as soon as you leave this video, or even in this video. It may help you to subconsciously unlock something, which most of my videos, if not all, well, all of them really, are set to subconsciously activate you into a deeper understanding of self and everything around you, okay? So something flowing into your mouth. You may be drinking water. You may have went through some form of cleansing around the way that you communicate as well. And this communication can be literally through speaking and or nonverbal communication and or through spiritual communication, okay? Spiritual movement, something about this, but definitely strong emphasis on the hands, okay? So loving hands. Someone may have had strong hands. You may have said this to someone may have said this to you, all right? And then in the center, in the very present, we have nurture from Mama Gaia, so Mother Earth, right? Your body and your life are the temples of your soul. Love them completely so you may flourish, okay? So you're getting some loving energy from a divine feminine energy, okay? Even Mother Earth itself, the electromagnetic frequency around Earth. You may be a humanitarian, you may be into conservative or conservation efforts, okay? Or really initiating something around the nurturing of illumination, okay? I'll put this as well in a different set of words. Something about that, okay? So something about changing the setup, changing the foundation, finding out that some foundational change is happening within you, okay? You may have been feeling something and may not have had the words to describe what it was, but either way, I'm picking up that there's some form of reset to what you know to be true, okay? So welcome. Take your time. If you want to book a session, click the link above, and you'll see the options to book a session with me from there, okay? I'm offering readings at a reasonable price right now, as this is my line of work and how I can eat, okay? So check it out there if you want to go specific into this passed on loved one reading, okay? But heavy emphasis on that. They want you to know, so you may be feeling their touch, and you also are understanding how to nurture the connection with them, with your passed on loved ones, with your ancestors. I'm also picking up we are the ancestors now, right? For some of us. Okay, so with the newfound awareness that Earth is very much alive and we're interconnected to it, I'm picking up the imagery of the film Avatar. If you have not seen it, it's about a species that is living in another plane of existence where individuals have to get plugged up to go and visit and work. And we had civilizations attempting to mine the energy and crystals from that place. Either way, they show a beautiful example of how they are so interconnected with nature. So something about being reconnected with nature. You may be guided to go do some grounding, all right? If you're unfamiliar with grounding, we can talk about it. Click the link above in the bio and or do your own research as well. But either way, getting reconnected to Earth. And, excuse me, spiritual burp. If you're unfamiliar with spiritual burps, it's a sense of relief, the spirit, some type of, excuse me, okay, so some major release coming from the body, from the flesh. So something being spiritually lifted. You may be going through an ascension as well. You may be experiencing ascension symptoms. I'm picking this up. So any type of cold, sickness, illness, something that's like a light flu, a light fever, these things are energetic representations that are happening physically within the body. Now, I'm not a medical professional. Do seek the correct medical help in your region or area, wherever you are in the world, if it's very intense for you, okay? But I digress. Now that we have a better understanding of nature, right? Nurture versus nature, and them going together and bringing this new illumination, you may be spearheading some form of initiative, okay, around that. And maybe this is also what your ancestors, your past on loved ones, heavy emphasis on this past on loved one, okay? So book a session with me, all right? If you want a specific read, I'm being really guided to mention this. But either way, your ancestors are letting you know to reestablish this connection with the earth, okay? And share this knowledge, share this video, share this post, share any imagery that comes up after we disconnect from this video, as this is a connection between us both, right? And us all. But share some knowledge. You're being guided to share something. Make something known, okay? Very significant. What else ascended masters? Let's see. Okay, we had 2 fall out. Well, 3. Wow. Okay, the Sacred Heart, grace, and compassion. Okay, so some form of compassion is going to be coming over you, okay, with grace, all right? And these energies are coming from Archangel Haniel, all right? If you practice or believe in angels, demons, different energies and entities, okay, no matter where you are or have an understanding of these tools, okay. So something about angelic tools, okay, or something about you possessing energetic tools to provide grace to the consciousness, okay? Someone's name may be Haniel, okay? The letters in the name may be significant, Haniel, all right? They may be they may be letters in the first name, middle name, or last name, okay? And or this can be a place as well, depending on how it relates to you and your context, but, okay. I'm picking up on a lot of heart-centered energy. We have 3 of hearts. So someone may have been a spades player or some type of card game player with the heart being here, here, and here. Okay, so I'm picking up 3 hearts, okay? So there may have been some form of relationship that was very special to someone, okay? And this bond is still being held, okay? If you were concerned about that. If someone passed on and you were unable to say specific things that you wanted to say, you're being noted that they understand. And then we have Sacred Heart, okay? Coming from the Ascended Master Sananda. Okay, someone may say that. Someone may be of a Latin culture as well. I am picking up of a bit of a discreet, almost love affair, some form of energetic, maybe this was a lover or something like that you've held on to for a long time, something like that. But they were asking for your grace and compassion and to nurture this illuminated, this new information that you're gaining, okay? Yeah, so something about 4 hearts. So really stabilizing your heart foundation. The number 4 may be very significant. You may have been seeing 444, okay? You may have been seeing 44. You may want to look into numerology, okay? And the numerical representation of language, all right? Something significant about that as well. There can be up to 4 people involved, maybe 4 individuals passed away, okay? But this energy feels very heartfelt. Wow. Oh, wow, excuse me. I don't know if you heard that crack, but that's a confirmation for me when my chest cracks. It's your heart is breaking open. Something is breaking open with grace and compassion. Now that you know, oh wow, you're evolving. I'm picking up this energy of you evolving. these shifts. Okay, you may be a very polite individual. I'm usually not saying, oh, excuse me and sorry and apologies and apologizing. Something about G's. Someone may have said the word G's a lot. Oh man, G's. This is how I'm picking it up. That may be another confirmation for you. But something about you being a luminous one, okay, working with archangels, okay, and divine or divinity type style energy. Okay, you may be an ascended master as yourself. You may be some form of master healer as well. Welcome, tribe, if you are here, I'm sending you a telepathic message there as well. Yeah, something about divine love and miracles. Wow. So something about divine love, okay, Mother Mary. You may be of some form of Christian or Catholic or religious faith, all right? Omnism is the inclusive belief of every religion holding a bit of truth, not one absolute truth, as there are many truths, okay? And it all connects, right? And remember, you are your best guide. So if things are not resonating in this reading, follow that judgment for yourself, okay? You have the discernment. But for those of you that this is for, you're stepping into some form of miracle, all right? There's going to be something that's so miraculous, it is unexplainable and undeniable, okay? Something is coming through in this energy, something creative, something about your foundation. Look, yeah, even in this card, something about your foundation being held up, okay, by the divine, all right, and you stepping into the world again, born anew, okay, the Virgin Mary, okay, Mother Mary, divine love, flow the energy of love into every moment. Love is the only answer, no matter the question. So love is going to be your step forward. Something significant about roses as well. Someone may have loved roses. You may have loved roses. Someone's name may be Rose, okay? I'm picking up the energy very differently today. This passed on loved one or passed on loved ones may have had a few messages, okay? So someone may have loved lilies. Someone may have loved white flowers. Someone may have loved grapes. I'm picking up something about grapes. Grace, okay? Someone's name may have been Grace, okay? Someone's name may have been Miracle. Someone's name may have been Divine. Someone's name may have been Love. Someone's name may have been Heart, okay? So something about 4 hearts. So this could have been some type of, this may not resonate for everyone. This may have been a polyamorous relationship or a decolonized relationship and or decolonization of consciousness, okay? With this illumination. So something really changing within you as well as externally around the world. The understanding of structures and archetypal understandings, okay? So we'll let that go there. I'm going to go ahead and pull on. So you're going with a second choice, okay? You may have made a choice as well in the very recent past, all right? I generally do refer to time as non-linear within my readings, as all of my readings are timeless. So click on any of the other readings on my channel, okay? And through any of my other platforms, when you click the link above to see all of the dimensions of myself, okay? Now, I'm also picking up tantric, sexual healing and things of that nature. Check my link in my bio, as I am an ethical, taboo and kink educator and creator, okay? But that may be significant, not for everyone, okay? Definitely, this is only 18 plus, okay? All of my readings are not intended for children. Either way, so something about you taking the second choice, okay? I'm picking up that there may have been a passed on loved one that was a part of a gang, cartel, mafia, cult, okay? Some form of corruption that is wanting to let you know that they're still here. Someone's name may have been Michael, okay? That may be very significant as well, as I'm being guided to touch on the Archangel Michael deck. So we'll go ahead and get a message there. Your name may be Michael, okay? Mikhail as well. As soon as I split the deck, I'm being guided to mention, write about your thoughts and feelings, okay? So you may be forming some type of journal, some type of diary, no matter the gender, just write. You're writing something out, okay? And this is a prayer that you may want to add to that journal or whatever format of writing, okay? You may be expecting a letter as well, some form of communication I'm picking up. There's going to be a change in the wind around some circumstance. So you may be going through some form of difficult situation because of all of these shifts happening so fast within you, emotionally, mentally, physically, right? There may be so many things going on in your life. You may be, this can be in a practical fiscal sense, okay, with monetary sense, okay, with abundance and home life, all right? Okay. You may have taken the role of the dice. Something about that. Someone may have been a gambler. Someone with these cards and these dice that are coming to mind. Someone may have been into gambling and taking risk. And someone may have taken a very big risk and it did not pay off, right? But write about your thoughts and your feelings, okay? And add this prayer into that. The prayer says, thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I can clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing, and healing, okay? I don't like the word blessing too much based on the etymology. This goes more into the occult. Someone may be practicing the occult. Someone may be practicing esoteric knowledge, getting into hermetic sciences, things of this nature, emergent sciences as well, neuroscience I'm picking up. Someone may have been a doctor. Someone may have been a scientist. I digress. Write that down. Write that prayer down, okay? Thanking the divine for helping you tap into your God-given creativity, wisdom, so that you can clearly express yourself and glean insight, miracles, and healing, okay? And you also may be doing something or integrating a modality of healing for yourself and others that incorporates automatic writing, okay? Something about automatic writing happening as well, okay? Okay, yeah, see, at the bottom of the deck, new beginnings. You're beginning something new. You're going onto a new journey, okay? Picking up a spiritual ascension, all right? For us here, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, okay? And it all connects. So that may have been the Michael. That may have been a message from Michael, okay? Write down your feelings and your thoughts, and that will allow you to flow past these obstacles and challenges. Okay, and I say obstacles and challenges coming from the Psychic Tarot deck, the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. All right. I say these obstacles and challenges because that was at the very bottom of the deck, okay? With the number 5 being here, in this instance, the number 5 representing some major change and some major shift, okay? Something changing. And I'm picking up this being a positive change and you being given the steps on how to overcome and detach from any negative emotions or thought processes. And no matter how visceral the experience is that you may be going through of missing this passed on loved one, or missing parts of yourself. This loved one can even be parts of your past self, your inner child, your adolescent, your teenage self, even. Yeah, okay, so I'm picking up things about adult trauma, different types of trauma, okay, and disassociation, and also the capacity to not be attached to trauma, no trauma